Hello and welcome. You're watching ET Markets. I'm Tanya Aneja and I'm going to be joined by a very special guest today. We have with us Mr. Osho Krishan, Senior Analyst, Technical and Derivative Research, One Ltd. Thank you so much, Mr. Krishan, for joining us on ET Markets.
Yeah, good morning, Tanya. Well, it's a privilege to be on this show.
So let's start with the RBI's decision only. So markets swung between gains and losses following the RBI's decision to hike the repo rate. So how do you see the monetary policy decision as announced by the governor? And also, Bank Nifty declined to a lesser extent than the headline index. So what is your outlook on this sector after the RBI's rate hike?
From the previous surprise rate hike only, the market has factored in the upcoming rate hikes. So yes, as yesterday we have not seen much of the impact on our equity market. We are still on a very sluggish mood. But again, it is expected that with this kind of inflation and having the uncertainty on the global market, we are expecting that this will continue, and to cure the inflation, we need to have the interest hikes also. So this market has matured enough so that they have decided that there should not be any selling pressure that will be having a follow on, because it was already factored in. The 50 basis point with no changes in the CRR was something that market have not taken it in a negative manner, and market have actually seen very indecisiveness or sluggishness in the counter. When talking about banking sector specifically, banking sector is in a subdued movement. They have not reacted much to the increased inflation or even the rate hike. So it is still in a very consolidation mode. But if we will see the overall trend for markets is sideways to negative, and it's not very much have reversed from current point of view. So looking at the broader picture, looking at the bigger picture from now onwards, we are expecting that this will continue. The consolidation will be there in the market. There will be some momentum positive and momentum selling also, but that will be on a very short term perspective. From broader term perspective, the market is expected to remain in a very consolidated manner, or you may say it's in a congestion phase.
Okay, but Mr. Krishan, bulls are trying to make a comeback, right? But we can clearly see that the bears have an edge at this point in time. So what do the technical charts suggest, and where are the markets headed basically in the near to medium term?
So if we look at the overall trend, the market is making lower lows, lower highs. From the all-time high levels, market have never moved up from the losses, and it never crossed the sloping trend line. So on technical chart, market is on a very bearish phase. But as of now, what we can see that there are certain moments that, because if there is no positive in the market, then obviously there will be some kind of negative in the market. So that is the overall scenario for the time being. And market, yes, being a very range bound, because as of now for Nifty, if we will see 15,700 has been a very strong support, and it has been tested twice, but from there we have seen a significant bounce, and it has moved towards 16,700 currently. But as of now, again, the market has started moving down from past 4 days. In this week, we have seen all the 3 days in a negative closure. So market are gradually sliding lower again. So we are expecting that if 16,400 is breached on a closing basis, on weekly basis, then we can see again Nifty to get in the consolidation zone of 15,700, and on the higher side 16,400.
Okay, absolutely. And where do you see the value in terms of sectors? I mean, in this current consolidation phase that is happening, and also the sectors that could relatively be safe bets in a rising interest rate scenario?
Talking about sectors, there is no specific sector which is having a very strong strength building up. But again, we have witnessed that there is a lot of distribution among the sectors, that specific stock from banking or from auto are looking very positive. They have given a very good returns even in these kind of market scenarios also. So from sector specific, barring auto sector, none of the sector are performing well. But yes, auto sector is performing very well as of now. But again, there is a kind of a consolidation and breakout that is being able to see from the auto sector, because auto has not performed from a very long time. So this is the time when Auto has taken the leadership, but again, it's not a very decisive manner because the majority of the contribution is done by the banking space. And banking space from past few months has been the most laggard. So yes, as of now, there is no sectoral leadership that we are able to witness. But again, from a medium-term perspective, we can see that there should be some staggered manner of accumulation in banking or IT sector, so that these sectors are something that can give you a good returns from medium-term perspective. So as of now, barring from Auto, there is no sector specific which is having a very positive strength attached to it.
Okay, and it's always good to invest in a staggered manner. Now let's come to the top bets. I mean, which are the stocks that you are betting on at this point in time?
For momentum traders, there are few stocks that are having very good momentum and they are having a technical breakout. For today, we have given a buy recommendation on MGL. So MGL has given a consolidation breakout and today is the first day of the breakout. So once the closure happens above 770 levels, then the confirmation for breakout will get into the picture. So as of now, MGL is one of the counter where we are having some bullish approach for short-term perspective. And for short-term traders, the stop loss that we have mentioned is of 755. And on the higher side, we are expecting a potential target of 790 to 795, or on the higher end, 800 points that we are expecting in MGL. The second one is Tata Power. Although Tata Power is in a consolidation zone, it has not given a significant breakout, but from past 10 days, it has been narrowing down the range. So Tata Power is expected to move once it closes above 236. So these are two of the stocks which are on the radar so that the momentum trader can get into it whenever they will be having a significant breakout.
Okay, absolutely. And lastly, your thoughts on FII outflows that we are seeing right now. I mean, given that the valuations are now more reasonable, do you think that the pace of FII selling could ease going forward?
See, looking at from past 2 or 3 months, FIIs have been relentlessly selling. They are on the selling spree on cash segment, even in index futures or F&O counters also. So because of this, our market is not being able to recoup from the lows. But again, it's not only FII selling because we have to see the overall global scenario. And once we talk about global scenario is not very lucrative at the current period. Because even if we talk about US market, the developed nations market, so even those markets are also not performing well. So once there will be some kind of relaxation in terms of the ongoing war, then we can see that inflation will come down. So we have to see macro factors, not only technical related parameters should be taken care of for medium term perspective. So once all these things get cleared out, and that will be cleared out only with time. So once everything gets cleared out, then we have to figure out that which sector is going to perform very well or which sector can give you a momentum or outperform the market. So that should be the approach in today's market. As of now, momentum trading should be there because one should not be sidelined from the market. The staggered manner of accumulation from the blue chip company good counters should happen in this market scenario.
Okay, I guess we really have to wait and watch. On that note, Mr. Krishan, thank you so much for sharing the top stock recommendations and as well as your valuable thoughts. Thank you so much.